As nations race to develop treatments and vaccines for COVID-19, Japan has become a victim of its own success as slowing new infections has led to a shortage of patients to enroll in clinical trials. Clinical trials are underway for more than a dozen potential vaccines, including at least 6 in China, but Japan's first human trials are expected to start next month. In development of treatments, Russia and India approved Fujifilm Holdings Cozovigan as a COVID-19 therapy, but Japan, whose Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has touted the drug's potential and hoped to approve it in May, won't see a decision until at least July. Due to the decreasing number of coronavirus infections, we believe it will take some time before clinical research is completed, said Tetsuya Nakamura, who is running a trial of Avigan at Gunma University Hospital in central Japan. It's a pity that Avigan has been approved overseas but not in Japan. Japan has fared better than most developed nations in tackling the disease that has killed more than 470,000 worldwide. While the epidemic drove Japan's medical system to the brink of collapse in recent months, serious cases now number about 60 nationwide. Some 54 COVID-19 related clinical trials have been launched in Japan, but most are still in the patient recruitment phase, according to trials tracking data. Interest in Avigan, known generically as Favipiravir, soared in March after a Chinese official said it appeared to help patients recover from COVID-19. It is now the subject of at least 25 clinical trials around the world.
North Korea's printing shops have been working overtime to revive a favorite weapon of Cold War-era psychological warfare, sending millions of propaganda leaflets across the world's most heavily armed border and scattering them over South Korea. The tit-for-tat move was announced on Monday by the North, which has become incensed by the leaflets that defectors from the North have sent from the South to their communist home country in recent months, the North's official news agency said. The pledge by the North to retaliate presents another threat to the fragile détente on the Korean peninsula. North Korea said it was preparing 3,000 balloons to carry the leaflets across the border, along with cigarette butts and other trash. The defectors have continued their propaganda efforts despite protests from Pyongyang and inter-Korean agreements to stop them. The largest ever distribution of leaflets against the enemy are almost complete, the North's official Korean Central News Agency reported, adding that publishing and printing houses in Pyongyang had printed 12 million leaflets, with those in provinces preparing to print millions more. The time for retaliatory punishment is drawing near, it added. South Korea has to face the music. North Korea has been expressing increasingly growing frustration with South Korea and the United States, especially since the second summit meeting between the North's leader, Kim Jong-un, and President Trump collapsed in Vietnam in February last year. This month, it seized upon the leaflets sent by activists in South Korea to start reversing the détente, cutting off all communications lines with South Korea and blowing up a joint liaison office it had operated with the South in the past 2 years. Leaflets have been a common psychological warfare tool used by both Koreas since the 1950-53 Korean War.